All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are embarking on a kitchen cabinet tour of the absolute best food and herbal compounds for autophagy. If you follow the science on cellular health, you already know how crucial it is to support your body's natural renewal processes. So today, we're skipping the heavy medical jargon and translating all that complex science straight into the everyday items that are probably sitting in your pantry right now.
So here is our definitive guide to food and herbal compounds for autophagy. Think of this as our master roadmap. We're going to map these highly technical, scientific compounds directly to the vibrant everyday foods and herbs they actually come from. It's just a perfect snapshot of how nature provides us with exactly what we need, and we'll use it to navigate right through your kitchen to find the best delivery systems for these incredible compounds.
We're zeroing in on exactly 7, yes, just 7, highly effective, scientifically identified compounds that are absolute champions in this area. By narrowing it down to these 7, you can take this direct, actionable information and literally use it the very next time you cook a meal or brew a cup of tea.
Here's our grocery list for today's explainer. We've got the autophagy menu, the spice rack secrets, teas and indulgences, the produce aisle, and finally, your next grocery run.
Number 1. The autophagy menu. Your kitchen tour begins right here.
Number 2. The spice rack secrets, unlocking everyday flavors.
Curcumin, 6-Chagall, Carnosic Acid. I know, they sound super complex, right? Like something you'd only find synthesized in a high-tech lab. But honestly, these 3 heavy-hitting scientific compounds are the secret engines powering some of our most beloved, everyday kitchen spices. You've probably got them sitting in a jar within arm's reach right now. Let's demystify exactly where they're hiding.
And this breaks it down perfectly. First up is curcumin, sourced straight from turmeric, that beautiful, vibrant golden yellow root that gives curry its distinct flavor. Next, we have 6-Chagall. You get this powerful compound directly from ginger. You know that wonderful, warming, zesty bite you add to your stir-fries? Yep, that's your 6-Chagall at work. And finally, Carnosic Acid. This one is actually spread across a trio of incredibly aromatic herbs: oregano, sage, and rosemary. So the next time you're seasoning a roast with these herbs, you'll know exactly which vital compound you're incorporating into your diet.
Moving on to Section 3, Teas and Indulgences, the cozy side of compounds.
Now what's really fascinating here is how we can stack up your hot beverage and treat options. On one side, we have EGCG, and on the other, citrus bergamot. This gives you the power to consciously pick your cozy drink or snack based on exactly which compound you want to feed your system that day.
Let's zoom in on ECGC for a second. This is a highly celebrated compound prominently found in green tea and oolong tea. But definitely notice that third source, dark chocolate. So for all you dark chocolate lovers out there, guess what? You now have a concrete, science-backed reason to indulge. You aren't just having dessert, you are purposefully sourcing ECGC.
Switching gears to citrus bergamot, this is a super interesting compound because it's sourced directly from the bergamot orange. But how do most of us actually consume bergamot orange? Through Earl Gray tea. So the crucial takeaway is this: if you already enjoy the classic, slightly bitter, comforting taste of a hot cup of Earl Grey in the afternoon, you are already effortlessly getting a solid dose of citrus bergamot. It really is that simple.
Part 4, the produce aisle, fresh sources of vital compounds.
First up in the fresh section is quercetin. Whenever you hear the word quercetin, I want you to immediately picture visually bright, richly colored everyday foods. We're talking red onions, cranberries, and elderberries. By anchoring that technical scientific term directly to the deep reds and purples of these foods, the complex name becomes so much easier to remember. The next time you slice up a red onion for a salad, you'll know exactly what kind of power you're adding to your plate. And that brings us to our 7th and final compound, resveratrol. You've probably heard of this one. It's famously found in blueberries, grapes, and yes, red wine. So grabbing a handful of fresh, crisp blueberries with breakfast, snacking on grapes during the day, or even unwinding with a glass of red wine in the evening means you are actively adding resveratrol to your diet. It's the perfect example of how targeted nutrition doesn't have to be a chore. It can be downright delicious.
Number 5. Your next grocery run, applying the explainer.
We've toured the spice rack, checking off curcumin, 6-Chagall, and Carnosic Acid. We raided the tea cupboard for ECGC and citrus bergamot, and we strolled through the produce aisle for quercetin and resveratrol. But hey, the science is only as good as your ability to actually use it. So which of these 7 compounds are you going to add to your pantry today? Will you reach for that dark chocolate,
brew a cup of Earl Grey, or maybe pick up some extra red onions on your way home. Make that conscious choice to bridge the gap between this explainer and your real life.
Thank you all so much for joining me today. If you found this structured breakdown helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to press that bell icon for more useful explainers just like this one. And of course, visit our clinic for any physical therapy and emergency pain relief treatments. Thank you so much. You can learn more at the link provided. See you next time.